Okay, so last week when I last spoke with you, I couldn't remember the name of this edible weed. This is called purslane. They've got the chickens next door. They're going crazy over there. I do have a rooster next door, and they're quite fun to listen to. Anyhow, that's purslane. It's a weed, and we let it grow here and there because it can be put in salads. And the safflower. Haven't been deadheading the safflower, but we're getting a whole bunch of blossoms on here in the next couple days. Okay, show you the chili patch. Disaster struck last week when probably a windstorm, or maybe I got it with the hose, I'm not sure, but we had a chili plant right here and it got knocked over and killed, except for this little leaf right here. The rest of the chili plants, I put some stakes in to support them in case it was the wind. I don't want to lose any more. Getting lots of chilies. Corey and I had our first chili yesterday. I roasted 3 of the yellow ones from right there. Not quite sure what it is. Maybe a Hungarian hot, we're thinking. But we put 3 of those, roasted 3 of those, skinned them, diced them, and 1 of the Moscow Pueblo chilies, roasted, skinned, diced, and we had it in some zucchini. Zucchini is doing really well, and we also put some green onion in with that dish that we had last night. Here's the zucchini plant that I've started to train up the fence. You got to kind of tie it up, and that's going to do pretty well. Look at these, they're doing great. And then these 2 zucchini plants over here, you can see where I've cut off all of the leaves below that first fruit. So I guess that one can go too, and that one can go. And that's really going to make it a lot easier for the sun to get in to help ripen the fruit. And it's also, you don't have to have all these leaves. We want the energy to go into fruit production and not leaf production. Quick move over here. Some people like to use sweet potatoes as a border along their sidewalks and things. It's just beautiful leaves. Potatoes doing great. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I wasn't watering these potatoes when we were getting lots of rain because I figured, hey, they're going to get plenty of rain water, but they don't. You have to water these felt pots even after the rain, so keep that in mind. Got the onions, tomatoes. Look how many tomatoes we have on these. Lots of them haven't been ripening yet, but they're going to get some sun to them. And boy, look at that one. The second one in. Just tons of tomatoes all the way up. And of course I showed you these clips earlier. Here's the big chili bed. And those are doing fantastic. When you get to this different leaf structure, that's the Moscow chili from Pueblo. And not really surprising that it's doing the best, seeing how it is developed for this climate. And this is a Moscow as well. We ate a chili off of this plant yesterday. We're starting to get some tiny eggplants on the eggplant bush. Potatoes. These are the tomatillos. Those are quite a lot bigger than we showed you last week. And Corey has harvested most of the carrots. This is the salad bed, greens and root crops. He got lots of carrots and some turnips and some beets. Harvested those, I think, Saturday. And removed most of the other plants. This right here is lettuce that's bolting to seed. We really love this lettuce. It's really pretty. It tastes very good. So he's going to harvest the seed off of there for next year. You can only harvest seed if it's an heirloom variety. Moving on to the pole beans. Pole bean is boom, 10 feet, not high enough, folks. This is Kentucky Wonder pole bean. The good news is I'm starting to see a few blossoms on here, so it shouldn't be long until we have green beans. Tell you what, when the green beans really start blossoming, you're going to hear a lot of bee activity in there. This is the That's the edible flower. Name escapes me whenever I'm doing a video. And then we've got the cucumbers, quite a bit bigger than last year. Still no cucumbers ready to harvest. Let's see if we can find us a nice little cucumber. There's a little tiny one here, maybe. No. I'm not finding any right now, recording the video, but you can see all the blossoms. Just a lot of blossoms in here. I can't wait to eat cucumbers. I was correct on these peas. Corey is going to let all of these grow to maturity and harvest them, and we're going to make something out of dried peas. On the other side is the green beans. So I'm going to sign out, and the next video is going to be the herb garden.